Hey guys, Mike here at Amaze Tutorials. Welcome back. Well guys, today we're going to do another request, and today's request was, can you model a hydraulic hose fitting, okay, with the hose and so forth. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. All right, we are going to start out, and I loaded a reference image, just something to look at, not something that we can follow exactly, okay, and we're going to take a polygon pipe. We're going to drag that out, pull that up, and in our attribute editor, let's tweak that a little bit. Thickness, we'll do 2. That looks about right. Okay, cool. Let's see, is that smooth enough? Yeah, it looks like. Okay, then we're gonna hit E and we're gonna rotate that guy. And make sure that it's rotated by 90. Okay, and we are going to add an edge loop. So insert edge loop tool, option box. Make sure you got your single setting going on, and we'll do one about there. All right, close that out. We are going to right-click face, and we're going to select that face row, and we're going to go to Edit Mesh and Extrude under face, and we're going to hit W, and we're going to pull that forward just slightly. All right, and then from this view right here, we need to make sure that we have 6 squared out sides, if you will. Okay, so what we'll do is, let's see, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on one side, so that's 20, all right? So we're gonna right click, go to vertex. Let's see, we got a point up here. So we're gonna drag select that one. And there's one down there, obviously. Okay, so we're gonna hit R. And we're gonna push these out. Okay. Then if we got those, we got on the corners here, and I'll just center this guy first. Select it, set our translate values to 0. That helps, okay. So, and it's kind of tricky because we don't really have an exact reference, but we'll see what we can do here. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to take this guy and this guy, and we're going to bring that out. And actually, I'll go back one step, and I'll 1, 2, and 1, 2. I'll take these at the same time. So now, when we bring that out to about there, we're good. Okay. So then we start to tweak the rest. So we'll take these two. Sorry, just those two. And we're going to bring that there as well. We'll take these. And not those. Okay. Then we'll take this guy and that guy. And that one. To about there. And maybe we need to do some manual tweaking, but we'll find out in a sec. We'll take these. All right. Let's see what we need to do manually here, okay? So I'm just going to take that. the same here. Those look fairly straight. And these need some help. All right, let's just check to see what we got here. Okay. Then we're going to right click, go to edge. We're going to select that edge. And we're going to hit R. And we're going to scale that out a little bit to about there, which looks okay. We're going to, that one's coming in a little bit. So let's just fix that. So what we can do is right click vertex, drag select these, and we're going to hit W. And let's just snap those. I'll do the same here. Hold down X. All right. That looks a little bit better. All right. So we got that. Now this internal section here, we need to pull that out as a circle. So right click edge, double click on that, and edit mesh, extrude under edge, hit W, bring that out. And as you can see, we need to reverse the normals. So right click face, drag select those, go up to normals and reverse. There we go. And let's see, we're gonna right click, go to edge. We're gonna select that edge all the way around. Just do it manually. All right. We're gonna hit R. We're gonna scale that up to about there. All right. Now we're gonna thread this guy. So we need to take this edge, all right, and we're gonna hit R. Push that back a little. Oh, hang on. Had a little bit too much there, sorry. Okay. Let's just see what I need to do here. Looks like I had too much going on, okay? So just bear with me for a sec. So I got all that. I'm just gonna hit 4 so I can see where I'm at. Okay. That's where I'm at. All right. Hit R and bring that into right there. Okay, so that's what the problem was. Okay, that's fine. No problem. Okay. We're going to go and create a polygon helix. So polygon primitives, helix. There we go. Let's drag that out, pull that up, hit E to rotate. Make sure we're at 90. Let's see if this guy, right click object mode, is set to 0. It is. Select this guy and do the same. All right. Now that needs some tweaking, as you can see. So we're going to go to a Polyhelix tab. First, let's increase this to 12 coils. And I think our best view is right here. So 12, we're going to tweak the height quite a bit because we want to bring that in. And we're going to bring the radius down to 0.25. Just going to hit 4 so I can see what's going on. Hit W to pull it out. And back to 5. Okay, let's tweak that height a little bit. And we want it set up in a way that we can still see that's a thread. Okay, so let's do 8. Let's try 6. 6 is already much better. And let's bring the radius down a bit more, 0.15. That's much better. Let's bring that in. And as you can see, we need to bring it in by hitting R to about there. Okay, so we can see the threading, but we'll pull it out a little bit. We want a bit more coils. Let's do 10. Let's stretch them out a bit. And hit W and push it back. So we're all the way in. Let's see. Hit 4 for wireframe mode. Let's bring the height back. So it's sitting where it should sit. All right. That doesn't look bad. Okay. All right, next part. Sorry that took a while, guys. We're going to create a rubber ring. So we're going to take a polygon torus. It's kind of big, as you can see. Attribute editor. Let's do section radius 1. Let's do 30 on the subdivision to smooth it out a little bit. We're going to hit E. Let's rotate that to 90 degrees. Let's set our translate values to 0. So it's centered. We're going to hit R. We're going to bring that in to about there. And we want to decrease the thickness a little bit. So let's do 0.5. That's a bit better. Push that out. F to zoom in. And W to push back. All right. So then we have a pipe section sticking out there, right? So for that, take a polygon pipe once again. Pull that up. In our attribute editor, we'll do 30 subdivision. Whoops. 3, 0. There we go. Thickness, we'll do 1.2. We're going to rotate it to 90 degrees. There we go. Set our translate values to 0. Switch to this view here, hit R. Scale that in to about there. Have to zoom in. Now we want to see our rubber ring. And what we're going to do is we're going to right click at an edge, double click on both edges, hit R, and we're kind of going to pull that in and hit W and push that back. All right. And then we're going to hit R, right click object mode first. So that looks about right. Okay. That guy's in there, so that's fine. No worries. Then we're going to right click at a face, We got all those faces selected. We're going to go to Edit Mesh and Extrude. Let's do 0.25, which looks okay. So now we can right click, go to Edge, and hit R. I'll pull that out. So it shouldn't mess up our internal shape here. All right, cool. So from this section on, we're going to get our curve, our 90-degree curve, okay? So we're going to select this guy here, if he allows us to. Object mode, there we go. Hit W, move that out. And we are going to go in here, right click, face, select that all the way around, edit mesh, extrude, hit W, pull that out. Now let's try to keep it into proportion here. So let's pull it out to about there. And then we're going to switch to our top view. Okay, and we're going to start to curve that. Okay, so we're going to hit G to repeat, W to pull out, hit E, and rotate that a little bit. G to repeat, W to pull out, to about there. Hit E once again, rotate a bit more. G to repeat, W to pull out, and kind of continue that process. So hit E to rotate again. Okay, G to repeat, W to pull out. E to rotate. G to repeat, and W to pull out. And E to rotate. That's maybe one step too soon, so we'll do that. G to repeat, W to pull out. And by here, we should be able to rotate it until we are at 90. Okay, G to repeat, and W to pull out. To about there. Okay. All right, let's check our guy here. You can see that we have a thicker end, and this part is going to be inside the hose, so we're not going to see that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Edit Mesh. Where do you go? Sorry, Mesh Tools, Insert Edge Loop Tool option box, single edge loop, and we'll do one right there. Q on a keyboard, right click face, select that, Edit Mesh, Extrude, hit R, and scale that out and push it in just a little. Okay, now let's see what happens if we smooth this guy out here. Object mode, hit 3 on your keyboard. As you can see, it's not bad. However, we need to tweak this guy. So hit 1 to go back. Mesh Tools, Insert Edge Loop Tool. Let's add one right there. Add one right there. Q on our keyboard, right click Object Mode, hit 3. Still a little bit too soft, if you know what I mean. Hit 1 to go back. Edit Mesh, Mesh Tools, Insert Edge Loop Tool. No, that's not what I want. That is what I want. Add one right there. And add one right there. Q on our keyboard, right click Object Mode, hit 3. That looks already much, much better. So what's going on with the thread here? We're still okay with that. A rubber ring is good. Pipe looks good. Okay. Now let's create a hose section. So we're going to go up here, close that out, go to create CV curve tool, and we'll start here somewhere. Just go back a few steps. I want it to be somewhat straight. Okay. Hit R. Just check to see if it's centered there, and it seems to be. All right. Then we're going to go and create a NURBS primitive. Let's do a circle. Let's make that circle, let's say roughly that shape. Shift select this guy. Go to our surfaces menu, surfaces, and extrude. So there is the hose. We're going to select this guy, and we're going to hit R, and we're going to scale the hose down just a little bit. So that looks okay. All right. We're going to select the hose, edit. Let's see. We're going to modify this. We're going to go to convert NURBS to polygons. All right. Then let's see what we got selected right here. That's our polygon object. So right click object mode, select that, hit W, pull that out. So that's our NURBS, okay? So we're gonna go to object mode, we're gonna delete that guy, delete that, and delete that. Select this guy, edit, delete by type, history, modify, freeze transformation, there we go. And let's move that back into position. I have to zoom in. That seems to be okay. We're gonna go to object mode, we're gonna select it, and we're gonna hit 3 to smooth that out. And then we're gonna take our fitting, and we're gonna select the ring and the inner component, and we're gonna go to polygon menu, mesh, combine. There we go. We're gonna hit Control D to duplicate. Move that over. Hit E, rotate that over to -180. Hit W, bring that in. Have to zoom in, bring that forward. Okay, take this guy and scale it up a bit. W to bring that back. That looks all right. And from this angle as well, okay. Let's take our reference image, delete that, select our entire object, mesh, combine, modify, center pivot, and we're going to bring that up. Let's create a ground plane. Hit R, scale the heck out of that thing. Let's apply some materials. Before we do that, let's lay it on our floor. If we can see it. All right. So we need to tilt this a little bit. So we're going to hit E. That looks about right. Then we're going to go to mesh, separate, Select the hose, right click, assign new material. Let's go with MIA. Just give me a sec, guys. Looks like my mental ray materials aren't loaded like I thought. Okay, just quickly fix that. So I'm going to go to Window, Settings Preferences, Plugin Manager. Let's see, where is my mental ray? Looks like they're not loaded. Just quickly going to pause and fix that. Hang on. All right, guys, here it is, Maya to mental ray. Okay, so that's selected. I'm going to close that. Right click, assign new material. MIA underscore X. Material tab, presets, rubber, and replace. We're going to select this component right here, and the thread, and this internal pipe. And we'll do the same over here. Select this guy, the internal pipe, and our thread. Right click, assign new material. Same material type, presets, chrome, and replace. And then we'll select our rubber ring. Let's see if we can find this guy. I think here it is right here. Assign the material, presets, rubber, and replace. And we're going to take this guy and hit Control D because I suspect that it didn't copy over correctly. Hit F to zoom in. All right, we're going to select this guy. We're going to hit 3 to smooth it out. And we're going to take the hose here, right click vertex, drag select those, push them back. So we should be pretty close. Let's find an angle for our render. So set up this right here. Select this guy, hit 3. All right, that all seems to be okay. We're going to go to View, Bookmark, Edit Bookmark. We'll call it New and Apply. So we got that. Create lights, point light. Pull that up and hit 7 on your keyboard so we can see what our light is doing. And we'll do one over here, which is fine. And we're going to go to our render settings. Mental ray is now available. Indirect lighting, global illumination, final gathering. Under the quality tab, let's go to ray tracing. Increase these values, 8, 8, and 12, and 6, 3, and 3. In indirect lighting, I'm going to select image-based lighting. And in my common tab, let's do HD 1080 for our file size. All right, so we got all that. We're going to select our HDRI image here. So I'm going to go to, where'd it go? Documents, Maya, HDRI. Let's do number 20 right here. Okay. Let's give this a try. Okay, I'm quickly going to pause the video, hit render, and see you guys when I'm back. Okay. All right, guys, here it is. This is our hang on. This is our hydraulic hose with the fitting and the rubber ring and so forth. So hopefully this will help you guys out in your modeling efforts. If you got any questions, let me know. As always, thank you guys for watching and love to see you guys again. Bye.